Sounds good.
Okay.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, Lauren.
Welcome to Conspire-Reality.
Yes, welcome to all of our listeners.
All right, we have a lot to cover this week.
Oh my god.
I mean, Salt Lake, Potomac, OC, loving it.
Yeah.
Also, maybe you're starting with some Bravo in the headlines right away. Sir's coming back. Vanderpump Rules is coming back.
Did you watch the trailer?
Oh, no, what does it look like?
It's
Horrible?
not good. It's not good.
What are they trying to serve it as? Friends?
Yeah.
Servers?
Group of friends, but it's so obvious. And I'd also kind of heard this like in the background. Maybe like Tom Sandoval did an interview. Everyone was just vying to start working there because they knew they were casting.
Yes.
It is not a genuine group of friends. And someone else was saying, and it's so true, every guy in it is like so wants to break into the industry. It's too like obvious.
It's so staged.
It is so staged. I, of course, will give it a chance.
Yeah.
I hope it surprises me, but like Southern Hospitality like looks leagues better because that's a true friend group.
Right.
Those people really are friends that then just worked together.
And here's the difference, right? Production has to find groups of friends and film them versus try and manufacture a group of friends and film them.
Yeah.
Like, they should have just went into one of Lisa's other restaurants at this point. Like,
Or I guess they need like a premise, but I was going to say, or just don't even narrow it to the restaurant because they might not actually be friends.
Right.
And those are just coworkers.
Yeah, right. I agree with you.
I watched it and I was like, I don't like any of this. Yeah.
So it comes back December 2nd. Other things I've heard in headlines, right? So first of all, Lala's full-time cast on Valley.
Oh, yeah.
And Schwartz.
Schwartz is full-time?
Yes.
Oh.
Heard both of that. There was that dating rumor going around them.
Yeah.
Which, that's debunked, right?
Yeah,
So we don't
yeah.
have to touch on that. But Sheena, not full cast.
Right.
Yeah. And she had Alex Baskin on her podcast, I think specifically to debunk the fact that he didn't give her a role.
Oh.
They did offer her a role, and she turned it down. Which, baby girl, how are you passing up that paycheck? But her podcast must be doing pretty damn
That's
well.
not on brand for Sheena to turn that down. I've seen so many funny memes where it was like, Sheena dropped the bomb that Brock cheated on her years ago to get on the show, and then she didn't get on the show. Like, it was like Sheena sitting around going, why did I spill all that info about my private life?
And then Lala and her are having some big
Yeah.
war, so actually that would be kind of nice to, like,
We get a little bit old school Vanderpump.
and, like, see what's going on.
Yeah. For once, I'm like, bring Sheena on.
I know.
She's freeing up her calendar for Dancing with the Stars because she
Right,
wants that
right.
so badly.
Manifesting that.
Yeah.
Other things I heard, and you have to tell me if you think this is true or not. So producers are back trying to cast Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah,
and casting is not
struggling. I heard that.
going. I don't even know who would be returning in that group, but they can't figure out how to bring it together.
Yeah. No, I heard that too, which is disappointing, but I'm gut it. Just gut it and start over. Maybe they're like a little worried about all the New York and how that went because New Jersey is quite a like legacy one.
I feel like you just have to get rid of the Gorgas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No Gorgas, no Judices,
Yeah.
no sisters of Gorgas or Judices. Like, we just need to cut that family.
Yeah.
That family could have a spinoff.
Yeah.
Like, there's somebody out there that wants to watch all that dynamic.
Yeah. It is already on Next Gen. There you go.
I think they was trying to still build around Melissa.
Yeah.
And it's like, Melissa doesn't
She
work
can't
on her own.
carry it. And then you've heard that Dolores is kind of on Rhode Island.
Oh, really?
She's been spotted up there, and I guess she has a house up there. I mean, did the house come before or after the casting?
Yeah.
Like,
Always the big question.
yeah. But like Dolores is kind of dipping her toe into that. Do we have a date on that?
No, and I don't care about it at all.
Oh, come on. I think it could be
Until someone says this one is good, I'm not
until
buying
someone
it yet.
tells you it's good.
Why
It'll
Rhode
come
Island
out.
just is too small of a state for me.
I know, but like it's bougie. Parts of it are
but
really
everything
bougie.
is bougie. Like at
Yeah.
that point, like why doesn't Chicago get a franchise?
That's
Like,
true. That's true.
Like it would be like Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Real Housewives of Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Like I'm sorry, I don't care about it.
Of Mequon.
Yeah, seriously. Of Magma. Okay, other things. Speaking of Real Housewives, it seems as though Sia and Erin are coming back to New York.
Yeah.
Which is validated by the fact that they had Erin on Watch What Happens Live. Did you see that with Lisa?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that was anxiety-inducing for me because Erin... Listen, I love Erin and I want to be friends with her, and she seems fabulous and beautiful. I do not want to watch her on TV at all.
Oh, wait, why?
At all. She's too boring, Jessica.
Oh, okay.
And I validate this point by Andy on Watch What Happens Live. Did you watch it?
No,
I didn't. With her and Lisa? He cuts her off almost every chance.
Okay, I need to watch that
Now,
one.
he cuts off Lisa, too, but...
Because Lisa goes on.
Lisa is supposed to be answering, like, with one word, like, yes or no's, and she's, like, giving stories.
Yes.
So he's cutting her off to be like, we gotta keep it moving.
Like, I have a show to keep on track.
He's cutting Erin off of, like, kind of like...
He's like, man, okay.
like
is he giving, like, the Dorit yawn?
Kinda. Erin's like reaching out to Abe. I was gonna say Gabe again. Abe in the audience to be like, when is the wedding of Raquel and blah blah blah? And Andy's like, we're moving. We're not listening to
so
this.
In that sense, it was awkward.
It's just like I mean, she's like a Heather Gay. She's like a Gizelle. Like you build the cast on her, but you do not.
Yeah.
She does not make great TV on her.
Okay.
That's my big.
I'm shocked Jessel's not part of.
I am too, kind of.
I thought she was kind of like the breakout star.
Agreed.
And a fan favorite.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could diagnose all this for on and on. Anyway, so tonight we have Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Potomac, and then OC.
Yeah. Don't sound too excited.
I know, right? But OC had a strong finale.
Yes.
Which is partially why I think that show stays on air, is they always come with something kind of right in the last minute.
And it's a good lead into the finale. Lots to talk about at the finale now because of stuff that happened in the final moments.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Salt Lake City. Now, we haven't been around for a minute, so let's go back to Whitney's telepathic tasting.
Yeah.
So this is why Salt Lake is amazing, because they filmed the entire episode at that tasting. Just cutting back and forth between Terrence, the reader, and the argument going on.
I definitely texted you. I remember I watched that one. I usually don't watch it the night it airs, but I was watching that one live, and I was like, Lauren, have you watched Salt Lake yet? I was like, this is so good.
It's a sign of a good show when the producers literally didn't have to move from their marks.
Right.
They had one on Terrence and they had one on the...
And the way, like, the next person would just get tapped to go to their reading, and then the fight was just continuing at the table. It was amazing.
Now, let's talk about that. That's, what is it, psychic?
Yeah.
Psychic?
Yeah.
Let's talk about him for 1 second. He, I feel like, was trying to be like the Alison Dubois. Except he had watched, like, the entire show and, like, was just commenting on things that everyone already know.
Dumb Brittany. When she especially was like, there is no way he could have known that. And they cut to every scene of her being like, my daughters, and I have a bad relationship. And he's like, are you not speaking to someone in your family? I was like, oh, come on, Brittany.
Also, like, what an idiot that, like, it took Terrence to say to her, as Whitney grabs both hands in the episode prior and said, please let me know you're hearing me. You need to do this for your daughter. And then Terrence is the one that gets through to her.
Yeah.
Maybe I should, stop with Jared.
Yeah. And then I think I'm jumping an episode or whatever ahead, but Brittany's meetup with one of her daughters.
That was really awkward.
It was painful.
I think it was the most painful too that, like, the daughter seemed like the adult in the relationship.
Yes, yeah.
It's just that whole phenomenon where you, like, parentify your kids.
Yeah.
And I felt like the daughter was, like, showing Brittany what she did wrong while also navigating, like, a way forward for them. And that was, like, really, like, ooh,
so sad.
Yikes.
That daughter being like, well, how could I not think that it was something wrong with me, that you keep picking men? And I was like, this is heartbreaking.
Yeah. Also, a couple of other things. So, Angie throwing her black card and her black wristband card. I mean, dang, that wristband, that's kind of a flex.
Yeah. Brittany taking it, putting it down her, like, just jokingly, like...
Mary's like, put your shit away, I was like, whoa, Angie, black card, okay.
Yeah. Were you kind of shocked at how mad Mary got at Angie?
I think that Angie puts a little bit on for the cameras, and so Mary's a little bit like...
Maybe sees that.
Maybe let's tone this down a little bit.
Yeah.
One thing about Angie and Mary, and everyone's like, I'm not sure this friendship is real. So, I watched The Wife Swap.
Oh, yes.
And Angie went first.
Okay.
And, of course, Angie's actually lovely. Like, there was no drama on Angie's episode. It was just like a really feel-good moment for everybody.
Yeah.
But Mary appeared on it.
Oh,
and she appeared, she walked into Angie's house when this ultra granola housewife was skinning a fish in
Ooh.
Angie's backyard.
Okay.
And Mary was like,
what is
doing
that?
her Mary thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Mary wouldn't have come over. She probably didn't get paid for that.
Right.
She probably,
was just
you know, like that
appearance.
was like the fact that she was showing up.
Yeah.
And the husband and Electra are both like, oh, but hey, Mary, hey, come and join us. Because they were like so gross out
like,
and
help.
awkward. Yes. Like Mary didn't have to do that. You know?
Okay, yeah. But in the moment, I was really confused at Mary being so mad at Angie. But then when they had the sit down that might have been the next episode, it then made more sense where Mary was like, it's really triggering when someone's shouting like that. Like clearly Mary like, was kind of going back to stuff with her mom and like family dynamics. And then it made so much more sense where she's like, Angie, I am trying to like get...
Yeah.
And the farting.
I mean, that was
just, again, it's just peak Salt Lake City.
And it's peak Mary, right?
They're cutting to Angie trying not to laugh because Mary's like actually upset about that.
The only last thing I want to say about the tasting, by the way, is Meredith when she walks in that outfit and Angie and Mary just cackle.
Yeah.
I think why it's so funny with Meredith and when she wears these outfits like this is because you know who styled her.
Brooks. Yes.
And you know he was probably like, just like own it. Like you're a DJ now. Like I think you can wear this.
I wonder if Brooks watches it and he's like, oh yeah, like slay. And then he hears the comments and he's like, oh, no one liked it?
Oh, I know. All right, so let's go to the next one. Bronwyn and Todd. I want to hear your thoughts about like what is actually Todd only can get filmed while he's eating. And it only is him and Bronwyn. There's nobody else.
Lauren, the way I was like, I've seen this scene before. Like I literally was like, it's them at the same booth, the table, and I was just writing, it is so sad the way she needs, like, his validation, and he doesn't give it.
Well, but, I mean, we all know what it is, right? Everybody who has a weirdness with their husband or partner has daddy issues, right? Yeah. And, like, hers are maybe not daddy issues, but they're mommy issues. I mean, that Muzzy is just... You just thank God for them.
Is her name Muffy?
I don't know why
I was about to say Muffy, but I think it is Muzzy.
And she's got this like horrible makeup line, which now I'm like checking my makeup constantly, like, oh damn, get it on the neck.
I'll be like, you got a Muzzy line going.
You got a Muzzy line, and people are dressed up like her for Halloween. Did you see that? That mom shows no love. But okay, so going back to Todd, right? Like, so I think Todd was Bronwyn's savior of everything.
Yeah.
And that is why they're married.
Yeah.
Because did you hear, with the fraud stuff that's going on, did you hear the rumors about this? This is a rumor on Reddit, so it's all alleged. Okay. But she seemed like she was someone's administrative assistant and used the company credit card to buy herself and her family, like, plane tickets and purses and gifts, and then she would expense it back to the company, which... A lot of people have done that. Like, on Reddit, like, everybody who commented underneath was like, I know someone who did this. I know someone who did this. And they all get caught, of course. Yeah. But it takes a while to get caught. Okay. And it's usually, like, it escalates, right? Like, you try with the little lunch, and then
you're like, oh, no one noticed.
And then you buy the plane ticket. And apparently, when this happened, I believe Bronwyn and Todd were dating at the time, and he stepped in, and he basically made it, like, kind of go away. And he, like, used his power.
Is this the one that you think Bronwyn is referring to, saying it was sealed. It was an internal work investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm sure she kind of maybe made it seem like her boss allowed it, you know, like something, and maybe there was more than just her and the issues that were happening, but I know Todd solved it for her. So cut back to like him now, and
where she's like, this looks bad on Todd.
Yes, because he was kind of involved on the edges of it. I also think that it just explains their relationship a lot of like, he's been saving her since day one. He didn't just like, they didn't start dating and he gave her like a new life. Right. I feel like he's intervened throughout her life.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Also, when he was talking to her, Jessica, there was a moment that he's like, I was visiting with my parents, and I'm like, they're still alive?
I thought that too! I was like, oh my god.
I'm like,
was that the scene at the ice cream where he freaking ate her cherry? Like, I feel like he just did that intentionally. I just think it was a power move.
Really?
I think he's that big of a dick. Yeah. Literally think he was like, oh, you really like that? I swear, that's how, like, bad and not nice he is.
We've gotten them at that Italian restaurant. We've gotten them at eating the cherries. And then we've gotten them out at the bar where she shows up and she's like, I know how bad this looks for you. I'm so sorry. No. It's like, he must have said, I don't want to be filmed in my own home.
There must be, that's too funny. They're always out. Just the two of them. They're never double dating with any other couple.
Yeah.
He is never at a group party.
All right, so I want to move to Lisa and John. So this doesn't seem like it's going well for them.
No.
This communication issue is like ever present.
I feel like we are finally getting, I think this is what the women have constantly been saying to Lisa. You are all like, it's sunshine and rainbows and my business is amazing and this. And I think they were all like, I kind of know like you and John aren't doing well. Like you have a lot of stress. So I think we're finally seeing a true behind the scenes look.
And it's interesting with Lisa, like her tears are all like right below the surface constantly. They're laying like in wait in her eye. Yeah. And she cries so quickly at everything. Yeah. So to me, it's like something larger is going on.
Well, she's
for her for sure.
Definitely stressed.
But did you see though, it was like the conversation between her and John. He like took some digs at her. Did you catch that? He was like, well, you're like perfect and it's always just like
he's
me.
like, it's always me. Yeah. There was something else that I was like, damn. I was like, that was a low blow.
And they're like talking about their communication issues and she cuts him off. Did you catch that? I'm like, Lisa, it's literally happening right there.
She can't help herself. Do you think they're in therapy, the two of them? I feel like they're not.
No, I don't think she could. I don't think she would allow that. You know what I mean? For that to be there. Like,
she'd fire every therapist.
Also, why is she wearing a cowboy outfit in her confessional?
Oh yeah, that like denim.
It's
right.
It's like a leather strapless top with like almost like a belt, and then she's got a cowboy leather hat, Jessica, a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
it's not a fashion thing. It's like this
weird.
Is actually like a cowboy outfit, and also the eyelashes kind of came back.
Did you see there was like this old scene, and then it's like fixed? So
they're toggling back and forth between the eyelash and that. Let's get to the crossover.
Yeah, below deck.
Interesting enough, Andy also talked about this. So he's like, if you liked the episode where we saw the Salt Lake City side, get ready for what we see with the like the below deck.
So we're gonna get the same episode,
but like with their
amazing.
version.
Okay, I've been kind of falling off on Below Deck, but whenever that airs, I want to watch the Salt Lake City.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, crossover wise, we've not seen a crossover like this really before with any of the Below Deck stuff.
No.
Yeah, so a
few random housewives have been on it, but they've been friends of the primary. It's never been their cast trip.
The only crossover I can think of that was like this intense was, remember when Vanderpump was a thing and then they were kicking off Summer House?
Oh, yes.
And the Vanderpump crew went to the Summer House? Like, we've never seen one this
Kyle and Stassi.
Yes.
They were trying to...
Okay, so let's jump to some of the elephants in the room. First of all, Heather effing Captain Jason. Jessica, I was like obsessed with this. I'm like, this is the headline. I don't know why everyone else was like not like wanting to talk about it with her.
Okay, well, first of all, Heather, after her antics, I was like, oh, she's hammered.
Hammered. The entire episode. All of it. I totally agree. Blackout.
But I just posted this on our Instagram page when you posted the Heather talking about it. I was like, Heather, don't act like you didn't want the world to know you hooked up with him.
Agreed.
She said it, and then she was like, ooh, huh. And then in the confessional, she's like, delete. I was like, no, I was like, classic, like, not to used to not be the cool girl.
Yes.
Thinks she's the cool girl now, and is like, I hooked up with Captain Jason.
I totally agree. Like, it would be like, oh, that's the captain football team. But he is a very hot commodity.
He is.
I don't know if people remember this, but at BravoCon, people were trying to get him with Lala.
Yeah.
And he was like not having it. It's like, meanwhile, Heather's already hooked up with him. I mean, good Lord.
I know when it happened, she was like, well, at least I think I do. Obviously, I don't for sure. But her and Whitney got to fly to Australia when they were doing like Bravo, like, you know, when they do those Hey You, like those other channels are promoting Bravo shows. Yeah. The two of them were down in Australia as like the face for Salt Lake City. And that's when they totally hung out with Captain Jason down there. And I was like, I know it. I'm sure I know when it was that they hooked up.
The producers always show us things and then they hope we catch it.
Yeah.
Like the filming of her and Jason's bodies on
that thing.
Yeah. It's like, what cameraman was like, let me get down
Let me get under. Well, they've got those underwater cameras for Below Deck.
Right. True, right. Maybe it caught it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other elephant in the room on this whole thing is the lack of glam. I mean, everyone's talking about it. This is amazing to see how all of them look. First of all, Whitney, like, props to her. She looks the same.
Yeah, I know. Whitney is beautiful.
Yeah, like, beautiful.
Yeah.
I agree.
But yeah, Heather's like top layer of hair curling differently than the extensions.
Ooh, and then I mean, I'm no makeup genius, but then she clearly did like a contouring look, and that's not going well.
Not good.
Lisa, give her credit, looks pretty the same.
Because she doesn't get in the water.
Oh.
You noticed? She's just on the floaty.
Right.
She wouldn't get in.
The hair and the makeup did not change.
She didn't go in the water.
Yeah.
Poor Angie.
I know.
When Angie, funny you say that though, Angie being sick, she was coming in off that, like when they literally showed her like throwing up out on the raft, and she came in and she was coming like up out of the water, and I literally was like, Angie is beautiful.
Yeah.
She is so, well, I don't know how natural, but like she does look great.
I also think Mary and Angie's friendship shows that Mary had her dinner down in the bed. I mean,
oh my God, I was like, what a good friend to be in a small cabin someone's been puking in
consistently
to eat your dinner. Can't say I'd be down there. Sorry, I'd be up on deck enjoying if I felt okay.
It's continuous puking. It's not like one and done. It's not like, oh, now we're in a better state.
It has to smell horrible in that room.
Love the cut back where they're like who is that talking? Like
they're like, I hear yelling.
Oh gosh. Okay, can I say one thing about boats? So like that cook Ben, who we know and love, he walks out to try and be like, I'm the chef. Hello, ladies.
Yeah, he wants his moment.
And all of them are like just yelling so much that he can't get it done and all that. Like this is the problem with big boats for me, not that I've ever been on one, is like you become kind of friends with the staff in a way that like I would feel really worried about like offending them, that I would never ask them for anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
They offended Ben. You can see he like walks back. He's like, "Well, damn, I'm not gonna like lose myself for the food."
I know.
And I would feel like so like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that." And it's like we would pay so much money. Like I don't want to feel like that. I want to just have it be a little more anonymous with the staff.
Also, with watching Below Deck all the time, I really don't like where they're like, you can't like serve yourself. Yeah. Because I also would be like, I don't give a shit. You don't have to bring it to me on a silver tray.
Know.
Can I go grab my own? Like, I will refill my Prosecco. I don't need you to do it. And also, like, I get it. They have so much they're supposed to be doing, and they're running around, and sometimes that's when the charter guests are like, nobody's come to get our drink order. Right. I'd be like, I'll go make my goddamn margarita. Like, I really don't mind.
And then, Watch What Happens Live, Lisa was on with Erin. Yeah. Erin has mezcal. So guess what line they were drinking? They were drinking Erin's. They weren't drinking Lisa's. I'm sure Lisa was like, no.
She's like, Erin got into the Bravo Clubhouse before me.
She's like, I can't expense this trip because there was no mention of Vida.
Oh, she still will. Oh, yeah. That's part of the problem.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's cut to the big thing.
Oh my God.
Lisa leaking stuff. So can we just contrast the franchises for 1 second? So Real Housewives of Orange County picks up because Tamara's supposedly leaking. Yeah. That is, in that production crew's mind, in that cast mind, that is they pick up the camera's moment.
Yes.
Meanwhile, cut back to Salt Lake, this is one of many storylines that we're going to discuss this season.
I mean, there's so much happening on this boat.
I mean, totally. Okay, so what is your take on all of this, by the way, the leaking?
So, they don't have any proof. Like, Heather saying it, they all have their suspicions. I think they're going in a little too hot with no proof. But Lisa sitting there, like, defending herself before she was even accused, looks guilty. Yeah. And Lisa sets herself up for failure. She is always on previous seasons. I have 7 lawyers on speed dial. Go the distance. Right. You talk about your team of people, so of course we're going to assume it's you who has the resources. And then she acts all like, I can't believe you'd accuse me. It's like, no one else here is calling someone on speed dial to do like an investigative deep dive for them.
I know. But here's the thing. Somebody said this, and I totally agree. Heather wanted this moment to be the receipts proof timeline.
Heather was annoying the shit out of me. I know she was Blackout. I also think she uses that as a cover. Yes. She did it with the whole Jen Shaw black eye thing.
Yes. And she called Meredith in to like build the anticipation of the scene that was gonna happen. And
I love how she was like, oh my God, now Meredith's just like hanging me out to dry. And I'm like, you were trying to just involve Meredith to get Meredith in trouble too. I hated when she was like, now Meredith just left me to like bring this up.
Like, one thing we know about Meredith, she will always say very agnostic lawyer speak.
Yes.
Well, if Lisa did that, that would be a problem. It's like... I go, go back to like fighting with my husband. Like that would be like me saying like, well, if there is a dish in the sink, it may or may not be mine.
I wouldn't be happy about it.
I know. It's like so like just high level. Okay, so here's my take on this stuff too. Because we've seen this now with Tamara, we see it with Angie. Angie's talking to someone. Did you see this? He's exposing all the receipts of their conversation of like...
Wait, Angie?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Maybe it was in the
brought
preview.
This up on Watch What Happens Live. Like, Angie's being exposed right now. That like Angie also talks to bloggers. And it's like, and this blogger is like helping Angie identify that like she should be the one who goes and gets her Greek citizenship and all this stuff. Here's what happens, I think, is these fans reach out to these housewives and they say, oh my God, I love you. And then the housewife said, thank you so much. And then they indulge that fan a little bit more. And that fan is usually a blogger.
Secret yeah, but they're like messaging them from their own account, so they can't tell that I'm like the Real Housewives zone or whatever.
And then what
or
happens,
Conspireality, for example.
And I think what happens is the relationship evolves, right?
Yeah.
Like, which how could it not, right? If I'm sitting there saying you're amazing, you're great, and we loved you on this last episode, we didn't like Whitney, we didn't like whoever, and then it evolves, and then it turns into like a collaborative friendship, and then these bloggers, you know, podcasters, we're the scum of the earth, we take everything, right? They flip on the housewives, and then they start saying, oh, you leaked the story.
Yeah, but can we agree this as a storyline has to end?
I'm tired of it.
I'm so sick of it.
I also don't think it's fucking newsworthy.
So sick of it.
Like, even with Tamara, let's just go to it. Tamara on the OC, like that, the Saw-like voice who calls.
Oh my God, yeah.
And he was like dropping hints. It wasn't that big of tea what he was dropping.
Other than like she's been telling me stuff as it's happened.
Yeah, but like what? That she met Katie at the restaurant? So she didn't say what happened at the restaurant.
I know.
And he dropped like the name of the restaurant. It's like, this isn't.
Costa Mesa.
No, Costa Mesa. Like as though that would be like the key piece that like validates it.
He knows,
I don't think that was leaking storylines.
Oh, whoa. We're on Team Tamara here?
Well, I'm on team anti-blogger.
Yes.
Like the bloggers that worm their way into these like Real Housewives lives and then they flip on them and they say, oh, you're leaking storylines. Yeah. It's like, I don't think this is real news. Yeah. And I think anybody would do this, to be honest. But that's
the only thing that makes the this OC, if this holds true, this OC blogger anonymous voice come forward, I believe them a bit more because they're not putting their name out there. It's the opposite because I think the bloggers are doing it for the notoriety and the clicks and the views that they want their account name out there. I actually respect it more that this person's staying anonymous. Sure. It makes it more realistic. And
I just think at the end of the day, the housewives needs to know they should not be trusting these bloggers, and the bloggers always talk. And if the bloggers don't talk, their friends are talking. Yeah. You know, because the bloggers talk to their friends about
the blogger is going to brag that they know this.
Yes.
So they're going to come out and say it. You'll never remain anonymous for them. Yeah.
And frankly, I think Lisa may do it. I think Tamara does it. I think Angie does it. I think Whitney does
Gretchen.
it. I think Meredith fields like people saying stuff to her. I don't think she interacts with them. Yeah. I think Heather just is not cool enough to like know that that's all happening. You know.
Now that she knows the cool girls are doing it, she'll do it too.
I mean, that's my big take on
it.
All right. Anything else on Salt Lake?
Well, just such a funny scene again. When I for sure knew Heather was like so drunk when she literally says, I think you've leaked all of this. You're the source of everything, Lisa. And Lisa finally eventually goes, Heather, fuck you. And Heather goes, me? I was like, did you actually forget what you just accused Lisa? She was like distraught that Lisa just said F you to her. It's like,
well, you know she's drunk because Heather thinks like she tries to go back to Lisa and act like this was not that big of a deal. Yeah. Like, don't worry, we're still friends, all right?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
that
God,
was
Heather.
Wild.
You can't cross the queen bee twice. Oh. She's not gonna like allow. All right, let's go to Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
All right, so I don't know about this one. This whole situation that's brewing between Kay and Angel.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the chin check. Lord.
I think the larger thing that I'm seeing is like Angel being a newbie, right, is getting totally... First of all, she called Kay at some point and said, we're going to be on the same team. Or Kay called her and said, we're going to be on the same team. So there was Angel was starting to like pull away from Kay in the beginning like episodes, right? And kind of be like, wait, did Kay really say that? That's like that's like messed up. And then all of a sudden she flipped, and everybody called her out on it that she flipped, and now she's on Team Kay. And then we saw it with most recent with the Nevis thing, right? Where she kind of was fine in the night, and then she goes
and
back
then
to
got
the
riled up by it.
And I'm like, Angel, you are going to this whole thing. You're going to see yourself out after season 1. Because what you can't do is come on and act like the rest of the housewives who have been on forever are bullies.
Oh my god, I think I figured out what was like irking me about Angel was that she has a way bigger like bark than bite. She gets she's all like hot, like, like I am Angel, and you know, like she kind of does that like, and my husband, like this. Then in front of the person that's confronting her, she is the meekest, quietest. I didn't say that. Oh no, you know, like, she's a lot to say when she's in a different setting, and then does not back it up in person, and I hate that.
And I feel like there's way too much attention on a newbie just around their emotions. Is that weird to say? Like,
you're like I don't care.
It's like we don't know you. I'm sorry, we don't. You haven't been on long enough to cause this much drama around like, how you feel.
And how many times did Angel say, I want them to get to know me, to get to know me?
It's like, well, we're not.
Yeah, so open up.
What do you got to offer here? Because, I mean, Angel being annoyed or mad at people. I mean, it was true that catfishing, those photos are insane, Jessica. Insane. It's to the point that I want Angel to offer a tutorial on how do you filter that good. Because I could use a little tip.
Yeah.
From the very beginning, I was like, that's Angel? I was thinking the exact same thing.
Different face.
Gizelle was thinking.
And I know, like, they do it for a scene and a storyline, but I was like, Gizelle then trying to come in and act all dumb. You're saying that face is way skinnier than your current face.
We know what you're saying.
And then you're acting all like, no, I have daughters. I would never, I'm not, like, body shaming her. It's like, yes, you are.
You clearly are. The thing, though, that I will say, the only slight, like, thing I'll give Angel is I saw a photo of her on Instagram, I think, and somebody posted on Reddit, of her most recent episode, and she found an angle of her face. I'm like, damn, that's pretty, you look good there.
Okay, yeah.
But it was not anything like the photo that Gizelle was talking about.
Yeah.
But it did look a little bit like...
more like her?
Like, it was definitely her, but her face looked really snatched compared to maybe what we saw in the filming.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so she just may know her angles really well. And then if you throw a Facetune on that, then it really doesn't look like her.
Well, I was just laughing. I mean, there's obviously, like, there's always so much pressure on, like, women, like, after you have a baby and all that. But I was like, but at what point do we not get to use the baby as the excuse? Because they were like, she's a 19-month-old. I was like... that's almost a 2-year-old.
Oh, is 19? See,
24 months is a 2-year-old.
Oh, I thought it was more like 8 months. I was trying to back this up.
19-month-old.
Damn, she's still breast pumping?
Yeah, like, she's still going. I think they said 19 months, and I cracked up because I was ready for them to say, she is a 6-month-old, like, leave her alone.
Oh. Yeah, because I was kind of attributing, I'm like, okay, I was trying to, like, balance in my mind. Maybe some of this is... postpartum pregnancy hormones. But if it's 19 months...
if we're at like 14
first of all,
months...
let's stop saying 19 months. It's a year...
almost a 2-year-old.
It's a, year and a...
over a year and a half.
Yeah. A year and a half. I mean, when do we stop saying the months?
I know. Oh, yeah. Weren't we talking about that with our other friends that all have month-olds right now?
And Angel, the other thing, too, is, like, dropping the husband a little too much.
Way too much. When like, they cut to more scenes that we didn't even get aired when they were like, and Bobby did this, and he wants me to drop a stack on
like
this.
A boss bitch, and then drop the husband.
And that's what Gizelle even was like, no, like, we want to know you. Why are you a boss bitch?
Yeah,
like, stop talking about your husband.
You
I get it. Like, it's very cool if someone's been a professional athlete, but, like, how long has he been out of the league? Like, at some point we got to stop talking about he played for 10 years. Okay, how long has he not played for? Like,
right, like
it sounds like, and they've built up that, like, outdoor company.
Yeah,
good for them, because so many of those athletes just try to live off it and they can't because they're not spending wisely. So good for them. They've built something and, like, are still making money. I just hate that, like, your claim to fame is that you were in the NFL. You're not a wag anymore because he's not in the NFL anymore.
Well, I also think, like, you're amongst ladies who now all have had a similar experience.
Right.
Like, that experience, that mic drop that you think you're doing is not a mic drop for these ladies.
Right.
It's just, like, braggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so let's talk about Nevis. First of all, I give this cast credit because I think this is one of the longest we got on the plane and we kept filming that we've, like, seen of a cast. That plane was, like, first of all, there was not first class like what we see on all first classes where they actually have a recliner.
Yeah.
They were sitting in, like, basically economy plus seats.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Oh, yeah.
And then they filmed, so they landed,
Yeah.
then they went to a day, and then they went to a night. They were filming that entire time.
Right.
I think those women stayed up for
That was a long
40
day.
hours.
It was a long day for them. Yeah. He went normal economy. I was like, what happened to you being the wag? Isn't he currently in the NFL?
Sure. Kay is offended by everyone, and I'm kind of tired of it. Like,
I feel like I could really like her.
Yes.
And she's not coming off very likable.
Everybody's offended.
She's
Based off
so
of one little comment that was made over here 2 episodes ago, 4 seasons
No,
ago.
you have summarized it. She's like exasperated by everyone.
And
it's
I'm like, I can't. You got to be okay with someone.
Yeah.
And you got to power through some shit.
Yeah.
Ding. Also, somebody said this. I'm like, oh, maybe that's true. They said, did Bravo just cast Kay to avoid a lawsuit? Because, you know,
From the fight.
Yeah, the fight.
They're like, well, I gotta keep her on another season
Yeah,
to
like, just kind of
keep her happy.
You know, make sure she doesn't sue us. Okay, small note, camouflage cannot be worn in Nevis. I researched why.
Wait, why?
Because that is their police uniform.
Ah.
So it would be like the equivalent of, like, it would be really hot for us to wear, like, you know, the Marine uniform or something.
Yeah.
And, like, so they don't want anybody who's not police wearing
to
camouflage.
appear as though.
Or even having camouflage around them.
Okay.
You know, even kids. So, yeah, that's why.
Interesting, yeah. I love that. And Angel brought of all things, she had a camouflage purse.
I know.
And it was like, you couldn't bring another one.
I know, yeah, she clearly didn't read it. Okay, Stacey with the robe and the blank card. Gizelle, how petty. I mean, how crazy.
But that is Gizelle. That's where I don't think I like it.
It took work to do that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you're going to be snotty with someone, like, just don't. The blank card with no writing on it.
Yeah.
That took direction.
And obviously we know stuff is, like, staged and whatever, but allegedly Jazzy was the, like, very last minute invite and her stuff was monogrammed.
Right.
But Stacey's wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. I like, though, that it's not Wendy's birthday continuously. Because we get this with people who have birthdays when they're filming. For Vanderpump, it was always Ariana and Stassi.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to have to celebrate Wendy's birthday every
Yeah.
year.
Well, they still did a cake for her for,
but
like,
it was
a tiny
little quiet.
moment. Yeah.
It was not.
I agree. It's like, oh my God, the calendar's always the same of, like, when they film, so you get the same people every time.
And then Jazzy's wedding, by the way, seems to be about 14 days away. So it's, like, quite close.
Oh, geez.
So it actually makes sense that this is, like, her bachelorette, although it seems very last minute.
Even though she was last minute invited, and it's her bachelorette.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about a few other things. The Chris Samuels moment.
Is more gonna come?
I don't know.
That was so minuscule.
I know. And then also Gizelle with her
her guy. Yeah.
Like, that was also kind of like,
again, we've clocked it for a long time. The whole time she was on Love Hotel, I bet she was dating him.
Yeah. Oh, you know it, Jessica. I mean,
she was not legitimately on there.
She was not. And she introduced him to the kids. That was the kicker.
Yeah.
Wendy got there.
Yeah. Great.
Once you know that he's getting introduced to the kids. Now, why do you think Gizelle doesn't ever talk about them? Because I actually have a take on this.
Oh, I mean, I just think she can get away with it. So when you're like, why would I open more of my life up? But what's your take?
I think, so the one reason why I think that she would talk about him if she felt comfortable doing it was, remember she dated that guy from Winter House who was really young?
Yeah.
What was his name again? I forget.
Oh my God, he had the thing with Lindsay Hubbard too.
I want to say Adam, but it's not.
No, but I know who you're talking
Anyway,
about.
so she dated that guy. He appeared on camera.
Yeah.
And they talked about it.
Yep.
So I don't think she does well in relationships. I think something happens. Either she's a little crazy or she just doesn't like Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston has never really held a long-term relationship since Brad Pitt. We don't really know why, because she seems great.
Yeah.
Giselle's kind of the same way. So I think she doesn't talk about it because she doesn't want to have to explain
when
why
it ends.
Why they always go south.
Okay.
And I think they always go south.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I don't know. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe these NFL stars are like, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, did you notice that when they showed the photo that, Stacy found as the smoking gun of them on a date, they blurred his face, but now they're fully saying his name.
I know. Yeah,
So, if you'd shown me his face, I would have had no idea who he was, because it was also like the side back of his head.
Which similarly, they showed the picture of him, blurred the face, but then somebody was Googling
and
him.
you can see his name.
The Wikipedia. They didn't blur the name.
It was Jazzy. I noticed that too when she was out to lunch with Stacy. I was like, and I see his name.
Yeah. So weird.
But I think the fact that his name is being said means he okayed it.
But then why didn't you okay the picture?
That's true. I have no idea.
Because I don't think that maybe that picture was blurred from the paparazzi shot.
Maybe. Or they didn't have the rights to show it, but they could show Giselle's face. Oh, who knows? But I agree. I was like, so we know his name. Okay.
Yeah, so it's out there. Only other thing, I guess, is Wendy of it all. I mean, everybody's watching for what jewelry appears in what photo. I feel bad.
I'm taking everything else, like, very differently. Every time she makes a comment, I'm like, oh, well, I know something interesting about you.
Have you seen in the news she's trying to like fight back against the charges?
Yeah.
Because I think they might get deported, especially under this administration.
I saw that.
With some of this stuff
I
going
didn't
on.
even remember that her and Eddie were born in Nigeria.
Yeah,
that
they're not. That would be heartbreaking. But she's trying to get stuff thrown out because when they don't read you your Miranda rights and then you get off on that technicality.
Yes.
It's like something like that.
Right.
She's trying to get off on a technicality.
Some kind of illegal search or something was done.
Something.
Yeah.
And it's just like an eye roll. It's like, oh God, Wendy, take the plea deal. Like just get through it. Like make it go away. But interesting enough, Bravo was gonna pull her wife swap episode.
And then they didn't.
And you wanna know, it's so funny, the woman who she swaps with is like on Reddit being like, I'm the one who swapped with Wendy, and like I want my episode to appear because I didn't do all that work just for it to be like buried.
I'm gonna say the one she swapped with is like a prosecutor or something. Like the irony. Okay.
No, that woman's like, I want my show to appear.
I wanted to be on TV.
Like, I can put my family out for like a
That's
week
so
that
true.
way it didn't appear.
Oh my God, yeah. How mad would you be if you're just collateral? Damage. Oh my God.
All right, let's go to Real Housewives of OC.
We're finally done.
Finally.
Until the reunion. But yes, we finally got the finale. So it's really that Amsterdam trip really dragged on a bit.
We don't need 4 days in Amsterdam.
I know.
We need to.
Yeah.
I don't think in life you need 4 days in Amsterdam. Like, you go there and then you move to another country. Get them to another country. We don't need to set up shop in Amsterdam.
I agree. It felt very long. Yeah.
So, a couple of things. So, first of all, in Amsterdam, the outfits are amazing because everybody keeps commenting like this is not what we wear in Amsterdam.
Oh,
all of them got some sort of memo that's like we wear black and leather and
lace and see-through,
like dominatrix.
Yes,
because that is Amsterdam. The second thing that we keep seeing, which I'm like, I didn't have this in my bingo card. Heather doing aggressive drugs.
Agree. I was like, she's doing shrooms.
And just she holds them like a champ. Like she's not any different.
This is where I've always been suspect. She always was like, I'm all about champs. I don't think she drinks much, and I'm wondering if she even takes the drugs.
Her and Terry. Remember at Terry's birthday, they were rolling the joint?
Yeah, but, I don't think she, ingests. I wonder if she's like, everyone takes them, everyone takes it, and then she's just like...
Oh, she just does, a little...
I don't...
She, spits it out
She
secretly?
is not the type of person to not be in control.
I agree.
I cannot see her truly on drugs tripping.
And you want to know the real piece
on camera, too.
Yeah. And Jessica, you want to know the real thing that I clocked too, speaking of this, because this is a good theory, is I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, Heather is such a dietitian. She always is on a diet. She eats very healthy.
Yeah.
I'm like, on shrooms though, she should be partaking more in the food. And I was watching her eat and it was still whatever it was, it was still a salad. I agree. Maybe this was a fake
I think it's a fake out. I don't
know.
think she's doing it. Gina was high because she was so annoying.
Yeah, and Shannon, when Shannon was taking, what was it, the shrooms and going to the maze, I'm like, why are we doing this? Why is Shannon doing this?
Shannon on drugs is probably my nightmare.
I know. Because it's already clumsy. It's already like...
Her on the bike, Lauren.
Oh my God.
I was like, fucking fall if you're actually wiggling that much.
Like,
I wanted to push her over at that rate.
No,
she really is a hot mess. Even Jen like laughing where she's like in her pajamas and Jen's like, how soon do we have to be there? And Jen's like, 15 minutes. I'm almost done. Just like, oh my God.
Get it through.
Oh, right.
Speaking of storylines, Heather and the dad stuff. I think there's a little bit of oversell going on here with this, like...
Yeah.
I appreciate the ashes. I appreciate her sprinkling them in Amsterdam. I appreciated seeing the house. I don't think we need the layer of, like, he wasn't, like, a good person. Like, I don't know. It feels like that's a little bit of performative.
Yeah. I just sometimes think people slightly rewrite.
For the show.
Yeah.
It feels like that, right? Like, I'm like, Heather, I don't think you had a bad childhood.
I know. I mean, and then, even though, to be fair, Shannon is not trying to put it out there, but Shannon seems to have a great relationship with her dad, who's still kicking at 90 whatever, and then the whole alcoholism comment came out, and, like, granted, like I said, Shannon's not trying to put that out there. Right. But I was trying to go through, I was like, do any of them have a good relationship? Emily, horrible. She talks about her parents. Oh, Gina has, like, a good parental.
But you know what I mean? Like, Heather, it's like, Heather's showing a multi-million-dollar mansion in Amsterdam where her parents clearly lived for more than 5 years.
Yes, yeah.
And it's like, oh, poor little rich girl.
I know, like,
yeah. Ooh, Heather.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
Teach their own. But, okay, so, and then she does dump the ashes in that,
the canal,
which I thought, is that dumping? Like, are they just going to find her?
Imagine she, like a little, like, police boat just pulls up
with the ticket.
Ticketed.
Yeah. Let's jump to the major stuff. So, Gretchen and her liking all these social media posts. The thing that I cannot get over is what Gina said, where she went back that night and she looked at the posts and, like, none of them were actually liked by Gretchen anymore. Yeah. I guess the question on the table is, did Gretchen and I think Slade, I mean, honestly, I think Slade is involved. Yes. Did they go back in that time period and unlike that stuff? I know.
That's where, like, and even Gretchen is the one who said it, but also smart to say it if you went back and did that. When she's like, I wish I'd thought to say, show me the post, not a screenshot. Right. That would have been the smoking gun to, I guess, ambush her and be like, we see it, and look, I pulled it up from weeks ago. Your like is still there. Yeah, right. That would have been a lot more impactful. I'm sorry, Gretchen's reaction is so weird. She's so meh, meh, meh. And you, in my mind, you don't get to claim an accidental like. We've all been there. Oh, I've definitely hearted something, but like, what the? And unhearted it. But mind you, I unheart it. Right. But you don't do it on post after post. Right. Can't all be accidental likes. Right. If the likes truly were there at some point, you liked them. Right. It's too much of a theme. Yeah. So what about my conspiracy that I posted about that it was Slade who liked it? Oh, yeah. That's very possible. And, like, forgot he was on her account because he, like, manages. Like a little bit of, like, or what did Jax do? He forgot he was on his, like, burner account. Yeah. I think, though, Slade is very much in the enterprise that is Gretchen. I think that's why she pays for stuff, and he doesn't necessarily have, like, a job. Yeah. Because I think he lives his days to, like, get her moving in the right direction. Yeah. So, and then she had a very much, like, reaction of, like, I'm not sure if I like that. But how rich, as someone else on the internet pointed out, that Tamra is bringing this up. Can someone bring up her son, Ryan? Why? Is he doing more stuff? Ryan is, like, the most far right. Oh, really? And the stuff she's saying, I bet her son has, like, all that. Oh, no. And so when she's like, Gretchen is a terrible person, I want someone to go, like, so is your son? Like, someone bring it up to Tamra at the reunion. Please. If I was Gretchen, I know that's the whole thing they're being accused of, but if I was Gretchen, I would be pulling up everything Tamra's son has hearted and commented on the internet to be like, okay. Yeah. Hate speech? Let's look at this. Let's put this under a magnifying glass. I know. Yeah.
Also, Katie back at the reunion, so that will be interesting.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah. She's been off like half the season.
I know. Do you think they're going to bring her back? Well, we'll see how she does at the reunion, right?
Yeah.
Tamara's clearly going to back her.
Of
completely.
course. Of course.
I think Gretchen's a no.
I know. She was such a flop. Such a flop.
And then also the accusations about the drug stuff is like, if I was Bravo, I'd be like, you can't do that in the future.
Accusation?
Remember how Tamara drugged her?
Yeah.
And then she's gonna sit there and say, "No, Katie, you're a liar." Yeah. And then here's all these likes on these weirdo posts. Yeah. No, it's made up.
No, Gretchen is a liar.
She's a bigger flop than I think Alexis was.
Yeah, I think so too.
And her fashion too is just a little too unlike the nose.
What is her hair? Every time it's swoop and it like does not move.
I know, and also even her reunion look is like a little too like.
Well, someone said John Benet Ramsey, which is toddlers and tiaras. Like,
I don't know if you saw that, like the comedians Casey Wilson and Danielle.
Oh yeah,
like the original
Bravo
them, podcasters. Yes. They dressed as Casey dressed as Gretchen for Halloween in her confessional outfit with the bow. I think it's the one confessional outfit that like we haven't really seen much variation on.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm like, get the pink. And the bows.
Now that you say that, have we had a single other outfit in a confessional from Gretchen?
She's got this long hair that's crimped with the purple, like.
Oh, yes. Okay, so but she's had 2 confessional looks.
I know.
And is she friend of, technically?
I don't know. I
don't think she's in the opening credits. Okay, so wow.
Whatever happened to a little black dress? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything else on Real Housewives of OC?
No, just how many parts is this reunion gonna be?
I know. I've never been a franchise that like makes so much out of so little.
Yeah.
You know? All right, Jessica, what are the kids talking about these days?
Yes, I just realized I have another dating one for the Gen Zers out there, but this new term called grim keeping.
Whoa, I've never heard of this at all.
Yeah, I hadn't either until I read this. But it's saying it's flipping the script, so nowadays people aren't looking for like, oh, we have the same likes and interests. It's that we hate the same things.
Oh, interesting.
So you want to find a partner that, and I'm like, I could see that because there is something that bonds you when you both like despise something, or people that do X like drive you nuts. And I just thought it was funny. But it makes sense. Or like right now, everyone in this age has kind of grown up with like, it's just always been crisis mode.
Yeah.
So it's easier to bond over the stuff you hate that's going on than the stuff you enjoy. And now I'm trying to think, obviously we're not Gen Z, but I do feel like when we're meeting like new people, I'm like now in my head going, have we talked more about the stuff that like we hate, like despise, or are we talking about like fun stuff we like?
I feel like you always put a little bit of like what you hate out there just to see if
does that anyone
catches it,
no.
And then if they catch it, you're like, yes, we agree.
Isn't it more bonding to find something you dislike?
But you can't lead with it. You have to lead with like, here's our life and here's some positivity, and then you like just drop a little breadcrumbs. If I were to talk to Gen Z, I would also coach them and say you can't have too much agreement on the negativity,
because then it's just Debbie Downer,
and you need someone to be able to lift you out of the kind of muck.
That is very true.
And sometimes my husband does it, but a lot of times I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, we got to get to a more positive note.
We can't keep because it brings you down when you're talking about annoying.
Right.
Great take, Lauren.
Thank you.
Gen Zs, be talking about fun stuff and happy stuff with your significant other.
And then I also have been thinking about, Jessica, you asked me a question like, what are the icks that I found? And I like didn't have any, and I've thought about that question for like 25 days since you've asked me.
I was like, come on, you had to have had
And
icks.
The biggest one I can think of is the sneezes that men do when it's so loud. Jessica, I hate that. Literally, when my husband does that sneeze, I get mad at him. I don't say bless you ever. I just go, we gotta hear that sneeze.
Mine is how many.
How many sneezes?
Yeah, Vince is like a 4 sneezer. He gets
done.
2. He gets a bless you. On the 3rd sneeze, you're on your own.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Take care of your blessing.
God save your soul. You're on your own.
I mean,
okay, but the really loud, the attention they seek from their sneeze.
And then I've heard him sneeze a real sneeze that's not the huge.
You're like, so you can.
I'm like, that's the real sneeze. That is it. That's not. And then now my daughter even gets in it where he'll sneeze the big sneeze and she'll look over at him.
Yes,
I'm
it
like, you're
scares
scaring
the
her.
baby. It scares the baby, literally.
Oh my god. So yeah, that is my ick. And unfortunately, my husband does the
Unfortunately,
ick.
you didn't discover it while dating.
We power through it, but it's always a moment.
Yeah.
It's always a moment.
Okay, I'm glad you figured out.
I was like, I must bring this up.
Yeah.
Okay, I only have one conspiracy, but
Okay.
I think it's a pretty good one, so we're just gonna go with the one.
All right.
You know, I look around on these apps, and if two don't speak to me, I don't force it.
No,
going on
good.
it.
We don't have to force it.
So there was this Antarctica is like a thing, right? Like we. You didn't think I was gonna go that route.
Just that you were like verifying with me, like that is a place, right?
Well, it's a thing in the conspiracy world, right? Like,
Well, they think it doesn't exist.
no, it's like it's the end of the world.
Oh.
What's down there?
Oh, okay.
Hitler has sent a team of Nazis to go find the like secret of life. People find
Okay.
stuff in the snow caps. There's supposed to be this big ice wall, a la like Game of Thrones, of
Okay.
like what's beyond the ice wall. All
Oh
this
my
stuff,
God,
right?
okay.
Antarctica is a thing in the conspiracy world. I should have
Got it. I
ended this
was like,
sentence.
in the world, it's a continent.
I should
Yes.
have ended this sentence. Okay, so there's this one app that was created, I think it was 2017. And it was a cycling and running app called Strava. And so the whole point of the app was that like you as a runner, like an avid runner, could see where other people had run via the app. And you could then use it to plot out like new running routes.
Oh God. Okay.
And so like you would see just like this line on certain things, like, oh, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I didn't realize there was a trail back there. I'm gonna go run back there.
Yeah.
That was the point. But they didn't restrict the like global view for any like secret locations.
Okay.
So the whole point is like I could go to Amsterdam like and go like, oh, let me run in that area that everyone's running in. So people found that it was showing running like, and it uses heat mapping, by the way. So it was showing running kind of heat mapping stuff in Antarctica.
Oh my God.
And it would be like a weird, very, very specific trapezoid that would show up. Or like a weird like triangle next to the trapezoid. And everyone was like,
what's happening down there?
This is a picture of snow. Why is there a heat map that's showing up of like somebody running there?
Oh my gosh.
So the conspiracy theorists, of course, took hold of it and they thought that it was secret stuff.
Like
happening
military
under the
people.
snow. Yes.
Oh.
And there were secret military locations, underground bases, evidence of hidden alien or governmental projects. Basically, under the snow, it was picking up a heat map of like movement. And it would be like, I looked at the picture, it was like truly a snow. It was not like, oh, maybe there's a city here.
But do you have to be like in the app and it's tracking you on your phone, or it's literally just tracking body heat?
I think it's tracking body heat.
Like a satellite?
Yes.
Oh.
And so it wasn't like the Antarctica people were like logging.
Yeah, like, well, let me go for my run today. Yeah. Underground.
And I think like the overall thing that really sets conspiracy theorists off is like Antarctica is always supposed to be like this like off limits place, but really there's like movement there, right? And the way that they kind of got through it was they said that there's research facilities, that there's this Union Glacier Camp, which is like a civilian base camp that hosts marathons. I'm like, what is it in Antarctica? There's a marathon?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't make sense.
I completed 26.2 in Antarctica.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. I think
So
something's weird with
Yeah.
Antarctica. We will never know what, because I'm never going to travel there.
Yeah,
Like,
no thanks.
like they sent like a team of Red Bull people down there because it's like extreme, you know, extreme, bro. And like they got kind of weirded out by some stuff. So it's like I don't want to go there though. Anyway, so that was the conspiracy. Strava is no longer. It's not an app. And also the military.
Who took it down?
The military was like, "Can you stop?
Can
with
you
this?
turn that
you're showing,
off?"
Like secret bases that we have.
That's
like you could go to Saudi Arabia and like look where there might be a base because of the heat mapping.
Yeah, like out in the middle of the desert, and you're like,
why doesn't like the
government have this?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why they bought them out.
like, oh, those people are
The Strava founders have
Yes.
never to be heard from again because they sold it and they
FBI.
signed some.
Yeah, took them. Anyway, Jessica, that's it. Bye.